When France completed the construction of the 6 large La Fantasque-class destroyers leaders and laid down the 2 improved Mogador-class units in 1937, the Italian Navy opted for the construction of 12 similar light units. These ships were initially classified as oceanic scouts, and conceptually their design could be considered a development of the Giussano-class cruisers, obviously updated and adapted to more realistic and new requirements. These constructions were also consistent with the ambitious project to create a breakout fleet, which should have been built during the 1940s, but, as we know, this project was turned down. The armament included 8 135mm guns in twin mounts, and originally also 6 65mm anti-aircraft mounts, plus 8 20mm machine guns in 6 twin mountings, in addition to smaller caliber machine guns. Furthermore, they had 8 533mm torpedo tubes in quadruple mounts. They were also supposed to embark an aircraft, but without a hangar and a catapult, a design feature that was later abandoned. Since the 65mm gun were not developed in time, 8 37mm machine guns were embarked instead. Once the project was definitively completed, the construction of the 12 units was commissioned to almost all the major national shipyards, which laid down all the ships of the class between 1939 and 1940. The launch of 8 units took place between 1940 and 1942, but only 3 were completed and delivered to the Navy: the Attilio Regolo, the Scipione Africano and the Pompeo Magno. The original classification of oceanic scouts was changed to light cruisers. Their late entry into service prevented their use in those phases of the war where they could have been more useful. However, they had the opportunity to demonstrate their excellent offensive and defensive capabilities. After the war ended, the Attilio Regolo and the Scipione Africano were handed over to France as part of the war reparations, while the Pompeo Magno was disarmed and remained in Italy. However, a new life awaited the Pompeo Magno and her never-completed sister unit, the Giulio Germanico. In 1951, in fact, these 2 units were renamed San Giorgio and San Marco, and, after a reconstruction cycle, they entered service with the new Italian Navy.